Alright, my Duelist friends, time to get this triple feature underway. We will be doing the last three Duelists today. Alexis Rhodes, Jesse Anderson, but we are going to start with Zane Truesdale. So Zane is the master of the cyber style, master of cyber dragons, one of the coolest machines to ever get released. And it's now available and has been available for all of you machine duelists or tech duelists in Speed Duel. So let's go ahead, let's get the skill, then we'll get the deck, and we'll get on to the next one in about an hour or so. So first up, Forbidden Style Technique. Activate this skill once per duel. Chances are I may never activate this. It's good to know that I can. If my life points are 1500 or less, and I control no monsters, I may reduce my life points to 50. Then special summon up to 3 machine cyber monsters from the hand, deck, or graveyard. Each name becomes Cyber Dragon, becomes the stats of a level 5 Cyber Dragon, and cannot be tributed. For the rest of the turn, I may not normal summon or set except fusion, nor attack except with fusion monsters. Destroy any and all monsters summoned by this skill during my end phase. So the goal here is, that is your last ditch attempt to go at your opponent, get the one last fusion rally to try to win. So, real quick, let's get you guys a deck list. To start, we gotta have the Cyber Dragon. Real simple effect here, and everybody should know this one by heart by now. If your opponent controls at least one monster and you have none, then you may special summon this card from your hand. So, maybe they changed them. Maybe you can have a monster now. No, if only your opponent controls it. Okay, so we're good. Yeah, if only your opponent has a monster, you can special summon this from the hand. You must have no monsters, obviously, in order to do this. 2100 beat stick, it's going to have the name. Next up, we're going to use 3 copies Proto Cyber Dragon, because again, these will count as Cyber Dragon when they are on the field by their own effect. So again, this may make it a little easier to go into a fusion. We may be able to go into the like the Overload to make a Chimeritic Overdragon just a little easier because of these cards existing. And then again, during the Forbidden Style Technique, we can actually call these out and have them behave as though they were regular Cyber Dragons. And then the last one I chose for this build, since this deck is a little more edge, I wanted to choose one from Phantom of Darkness original debut, and that would be the Cyber Valley. Because what this is going to do is it's going to give you 3 effects. So you can activate any one of these, and we're going to go down them. First effect, when it is targeted for an attack, you may banish it, draw a card into the battle phase. You may target a card that you control, and this, banish both to draw 2. Or you can target one card in the graveyard, banish this and that. Sorry, one other card from your hand to place that target to the top of the deck. First 2 options, usually the best 2 options. And so again, base it on your own playstyle. Guys, get at it. Overload Fusion. Fusion summon 1 Dark Machine Fusion from the extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed from the hand or the graveyard. Sorry, field or graveyard. And again, this is why I said the Proto Cyber is so important. And again, we could have done something with cyberdark Dragon, but you know what? I've done that profile a couple of times. It's a good profile. Go check it out. It's part of the Speed Duel playlist, just like this, and all the rest of these will be. But I think it's more of its own thing, a little less of the Cyber Dragon, until you end up playing in the advanced format, or even in like common charity format, and then you have access to more of the stuff from like the Cyber Strike structure, is that really set the thing apart. Next, you're going to need 3 copies Polymerization, because again, consistency. We are going to try to play the Cyber End Dragon. That is the overall goal. Moving over to our traps, we got 3 copies of Memory Loss. And this one is kind of understated. And because again, this should be Sunday when this is going up. This would be the equivalent of my Speed Duel Spotlight. So Speed Duel Spotlight, Memory Loss. We're not actually going to make it a Spotlight. But when an effect of an attack position monster your opponent controls is activated, negate the effect, and if you do, put that monster in defense position. It is the closest thing that we have in Speed Duel to cards like Effect Veiler right now. And you know what? Maybe I will make its own video. But if you guys saw it here, you saw it first. But it's really good. It's fun. It's worth playing. And then 3 Trap Jammers. So if your opponent activates a trap card during the battle phase, you activate this in response to negate and destroy it. So this is good for getting through things like the Mask of Weakness, Widespread Ruin, Negate Attack. There's a bunch of reasons why you should want this trap. And again, since it's a structure build, it's a perfect chance to actually get to use it. Then we just have our fusions to contend with. So 3 copies of the Overdragon. Must be fusion summoned. If it's fusion summoned, send all other cards you control to the graveyard. Original attack and defense is materials times 8. So like if you did the maximum, it'd be 9 times 8 for like 5,600, whatever. It can also attack your opponent's monsters up to a number of times based on the materials used to make it as well. So again, very cool. And then the slightly more useful, more varied Cyber Dragon, which says a fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above materials. And if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing. So the difference is this one must be fusion summoned, but if this one is fusion summoned, you have to follow the recipe. So again, when we use like Waking the Dragons a lot, this makes for a very good, especially budgeted version of something along the lines of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So again, guys, deck 1. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. You guys make the decision. Do all the things or don't. I do hope that you guys have a lovely day. I do hope that you guys do something for yourselves. And I hope that you guys come back for the next one. And the one after that. So, yeah. Have a good one. See you in a bit.